All right, at this time, we'll call the business meeting of the Civil Service Commission for Tuesday, June 15th, 2021 to order at 5:38. Item number 1 is public comment. This time is made available for comments from the public on matters within the Civil Service Commission's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes. Do we have any such people? Seeing none. Do we have any items to take out of order? No?
Do we want to welcome our new?
We can do that.
As well.
And introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Abel Perez. I'm the new Civil Service Commissioner.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
You're probably one of the fastest ones to replace the seat that we've ever had.
All right.
Sometimes it takes months. It has in the past anyway. All right, glad to have you on board. Okay, item number 2 is consent calendar. Do you have any items to bring up on that? Entertain a motion
I
to,
make a motion that we accept it.
I'll second it.
okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call?
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Weisner,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote with Commissioner Atwood being absent.
Okay, we'll move on to item 3, regular business. Item 3A, re-election of president and vice president for the remaining term of 2021.
You have to make another election this year to elect yourself as a president, and I believe the next in line is Commissioner Weisner.
Unless
Vice president.
somebody wants something else
Unless
to
somebody
happen.
wants something else, yes.
Mr. Chairman, I want to ask a question. I was the chairman, and then Nancy took over. Nancy's not here, so Tom's taking over. Elizabeth's in line, and after her, we have, with Bill.
Bill? Is it
Bill.
is it Bill
Is
next?
that what we're at
Yeah,
right
well,
now?
Bill will be next, and then after Bill, there would be Commissioner Rios again.
Wait a minute.
Not
Okay, Mr.
Bill?
Perez.
No, because he was replacing
Oh,
Commissioner
yes, yeah,
Myers,
Right.
right, so it
Right.
would be the full
So then
circle,
we go back to
Yeah.
Joe and then,
yes.
Okay.
Correct.
kind of
Okay.
just keeping us in a sequence. That's what we've always done.
Sure.
Not that it
So
has
5
to stay
years.
that way, but you're hot to trot to be chairman.
So somebody has to make a motion for the
Yes.
president and then another motion for the vice president.
I'll make a motion that Commissioner Fry's president and vice president would be Elizabeth.
Are we doing both on one vote?
You can do them both on one, too.
Well, I'm doing both on one, so.
I second.
Do we need to abstain? if we're
No,
both
you don't need to abstain.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call?
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, Commissioner Rios, Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Weisner,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to approve.
All right, thank you. Item 3B, request to suspend section 2.57.090, Rule 6-14, subsection C.
And just a small change on the title is actually a request to waive section 2.57.090, not suspend. We're not suspending the actual rule. So this request is actually just to ask the commission to allow an employee to be able to transfer to another department. There is some changes in the sheriff's office that we need this employee to be able to move to that area because it just recently promoted to a principal administrative analyst, and this rule applies to them. We would need the commission to be able to waive that rule. We spoke with the commissioner's counsel, and this is the recommendation that he said for us to put on the agenda to request a commission waive this rule and allow the employee to transfer while they're still in their probationary period to prevent a detriment to happen in the department for the sheriff's office.
And our probationary time doesn't start over. It's
No, it would not
discontinued.
start over.
What was the expected probationary period and
1
how
year.
much has been satisfied?
It's 1 year, so the employee is still in the probationary period, but because of the vacancy that exists in the sheriff's office, this employee has the knowledge and the skills to be able to come in and hit the ground running. And so we're asking, that's the reason why we're asking to allow this employee to move over there and assist the sheriff's office.
How many months out of the 12 have been satisfied?
I believe 2 months. 3 months? 3 months.
That you would continue the 9 months in probation with?
Correct. So just a little bit of background, the employee is a permanent employee with the county. They've been in that position for a long time. They promoted through the senior analyst and then become the principal analyst. So it's basically the same position, just that the way the rules are written now, if you promote, you have to meet a probationary period. The difference with this one is that they really didn't promote into a different position. It's been the same position that they've been in, as a flexibly staffed position. And so that's why your council, the commission's council, recommended that the commission waive that for that position, because they're really not technically starting a new position. They're in that same position.
Okay, any other questions? Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion that we waive the rule 2.57.090.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Commissioner Weisner,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to approve.
All right, item 3C, June voluntary demotion, Seth Wright. Ratification of voluntary demotion and departmental transfer for Seth Wright from the Deputy Sheriff, Sheriff's Office to Correctional Officer 1, Department of Corrections.
Good evening, Commissioners. Sabrina Mendez, Department of Human Resources. So yes, this is a request on behalf of Seth Wright to voluntary demote from the Sheriff's Office as a Deputy Sheriff to the Department of Corrections as a Correctional Officer 1. So we did attach the status change form. I know that in previous meetings, we did not attach that, and it's something that you were accustomed to. So if you have any questions regarding the form or regarding the transfer, please let me know.
This is a voluntary demotion, and that includes his income?
Yes, it does. So his income does go down because it is a position at a lower range, which is why it's a voluntary demotion. But per his MOU, he is entitled to receive the highest pay that's closest to what he was receiving. So that would place him at step E.
So is he okay with that then?
He is, yes.
What we've been used to seeing instead of just this,
Yes.
Is
So was
the-
this not attached? This should have been
that
attached.
one I didn't get. It didn't come with mine.
Yeah,
It's in there.
yeah,
It
it
was in
should,
there?
it should
Okay.
be after his letter.
Yeah.
It looks a little different than you're accustomed to because we had a recent revision on the forms.
It's under B. There's an A and then there's a B
And
under
somehow the printer missed it. The pages
Oh,
are in
okay.
sequence, but I don't have that. Okay.
You wanna
As
take a
long
look
as
at
we've
it?
had it before, that's what we're getting at, is making sure we see that. That explains a lot.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay,
You
I
wanna
just
take a
don't
look
have it.
now?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we accept it.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is the Sheriff's Department happy with that? But you lost somebody. I hope you have a replacement in mind.
They're all under him now.
Yeah, it's
It's all his area now.
yeah, it's more of a transfer of divisions.
Right, that was the only thing I
since-
was going to
yeah.
mention is sometimes people get out into the field as a deputy sheriff and it's not what they expected. And I'm not saying that's the case here, but sometimes they just prefer a different type of work. And one of the beauties of having now the Department of Corrections, it gives them another option if they don't want to be a patrol deputy. And in this case, he requested to be a correctional officer. He's a good young man, and we're happy to have him as an employee and happy that we're not losing him to the private sector or somewhere else. We're still going to retain him as an employee.
All right, very good.
And yes,
Thank
we'll
you.
fill it as soon as we can.
Yeah, you know we need them. All right,
Roll call.
roll call, please.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Weisner,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Is it too late for one last question?
Technically, yes, but go ahead and answer. It's all right.
Has this employee had anything on record in regards to involvement on the streets with any affiliations or any run-ins recently?
You're talking about criminals or
Correct.
discipline wise?
Criminals in particular.
So I'm not sure how long he was on the training program. I believe it's been about 6 months or so. So in those 6 months, I'm sure he's encountered numerous criminals and had the opportunity to interact with
But nothing
lots
else.
of different individuals. And so he'll fit in well in the corrections type.
Right. Just understanding the different demographic that he's going to be getting himself into, just ensuring that there's nothing on record showing that we should be worried about, right?
No,
So,
he's
thank
a
you.
good employee.
There'll be an awakening in about 3 weeks.
Thank you.
And if I can just clarify one thing, typically their requests to self-demote isn't something we necessarily would offer to everybody or to allow to everybody. So if those come, it's usually because they're a good employee. We don't want to lose them.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes.
Commissioner Fry,
Yes.
we have a 4-0 vote to approve.
Item number 4, staff reports.
So we really don't have any staff reports, but we really want to get some dates from you. County Council is going to be scheduling hearing officer training for the commission, the planning commission, and another public body. And they're going to have the training at 5:30. I believe she says it's going to be about 2 hours. So just wanted to get some dates from you, all of you, and see when you're available to have the training. We are going to bring dinner in that night. Because you're going to be meeting with other, there's going to be other commissions as part of the training as well. So what days are good for you guys? So we can kind of get that information to her so we can schedule a meeting for your hearing officer training.
I've indicated before that as far as the date, what date is that going to be, you said?
We don't have a date. We're trying to get dates
Okay.
from you guys so we can kind of plan out what the other bodies have. So it's going to be the Civil Service Commission, the Planning Commission, and something with the Assessor's Office. They also have a body that does things. So we're trying to get these three groups together to do hearing officer training because they all have hearings
Are you going to try to do it all at once in one night, or
one night.
that's going to be fun?
Well, like I indicated before, because of other things that I have going, any time after the 15th, good for me.
The 15th of the month?
15th of the month.
Okay. And then what dates are good for you guys in the night? Because obviously this is going to start at 5:30.
Open, I lost my July already. First is open, the 14th. 15th of July. Oh, you said after the 15th. So the 6th.
So you're okay up to the 15th or after the 15th?
After the
After the
15th.
15th, okay.
And preferably Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
Preferably Thursday.
They're probably going to do Wednesdays or Thursdays for the training.
Thursday would be better for me as well.
Okay.
start from-
22nd is open.
July 22nd? What about Commissioner Perez?
I can commit to the 22nd.
Okay. So will you guys be okay if we looked at the Thursdays after, in July, after the 15th of the month?
Yes.
Would that be okay? Okay. At least give her some dates so they can kind of plan it out with the other commissions.
Since we moved to Tuesdays from Wednesdays, now I've got another responsibility on Wednesday.
Right.
So Tuesdays and Wednesdays are kind of full.
Okay. We'll try
Throughout
to hold
the
it on, let her know that Thursdays will be best for
Yeah.
the meeting.
And keep open the idea that you might have to split this up into 2 separate nights just because not everybody's going to agree to the same dates,
Right.
as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, the Planning Commission, I think, probably is the one that has the most hearings, besides the Civil Service Commission, my understanding. So, but I'll verify with Regina, and once we have a date set, we'll let you guys know and put it on your calendar. Okay.
What
On vacation.
Okay.
What would be the actual purpose of this meeting? So meet with them and get to know them, or what?
No, this is to train you on how to be a hearing officer. Because the commission holds disciplinary hearings. So from my understanding, the commission hasn't had training in a long time on hearing
Yeah.
officer, your role as a hearing officer. So that's what the training is going to be. It's training you on how to hold hearings, what you're supposed to be doing when you're doing a disciplinary hearing, how to go into closed session and discuss the reports, and then, how to actually hold the hearing and cross-examination and all that stuff.
You're talking about an appeal when somebody
Yes.
appeals.
The appeals.
All right.
Like
Appeal
the ones
hearings.
We had a couple months
Yeah.
ago. Is this also going to have some Brown Act implications in there?
Yes. A little bit. It's more on the process of how do you conduct a hearing.
Okay.
But we'll get that scheduled for you guys and let you know when the
Are-
dates are going to be.
Are there any Mondays that would work for anybody? Just as an alternate date?
We can put Mondays too, if everybody's okay with that. We can do Mondays or Thursdays.
During the last 2 weeks of July.
And Commissioner Weiser, you say you're going to be gone the last week? Okay.
Cable.
Yeah, it looks like the 19th would work.
19th work on a Monday as an
Yeah,
alternate
that's
date.
fine. Anytime after the 15th.
Shoot for the
Okay.
Thursdays, and if that doesn't work, maybe a Monday.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, that's it for staff?
That's it.
All right. All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'm going to assume that's unanimous.
I have something to say or something to ask. About on the